Peace and power, family. Welcome to Saturn Saturdays, the day of structure, covenant, and karmic law. I am Unconventional Jack, and welcome to my altar. Saturn is not the planet of punishment. Saturn is the planet of permanence. Whatever you build with discipline on a Saturday will last beyond you, because Saturn teaches legacy, right? Today, Spirit led me to pull 3 cards for the collective. The Page of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Fool. And I want us to really look at the imagery, not just what the cards mean traditionally, but what the pictures is saying prophetically, because Saturn will always use what you see to reveal what you need to know. So let's walk through these cards together. From Page to King to Fool. Okay? From Covenant to Mastery to Leap. Okay, so let me get my drink. Hold on, y'all. So card one is the Page of Pentacles. You guys won't be able to see the card, so either I'll take a screenshot. I mean, not a screenshot. I'll take a picture of the cards that I have here on the mat and probably use it as a thumbnail, or I'm just going to describe them and you guys can go from there. Okay, so card one, Page of Pentacles. So here we have a page. But notice he's not standing alone. Look at the little gnome at his feet. Either the page is handing the pentacle down or the gnome is offering it up. Either way, this is an exchange, right? So prophetically, that says something has been placed in your hands. You didn't create it. You didn't earn it all by yourself. It was entrusted to you. Ancestors, earth guardians, spiritual allies have given you a seed, right? The question is, will you treat it as casual or covenant? Okay, will you treat it as casual or covenant? Because Saturn law here is discipline in the small things. The page doesn't represent mastery. He represents the willingness to learn, to study, to take daily steps. For some of you, the reason the next level hasn't opened yet is because Saturn is watching how you treat the penny, not the palace. Okay? So do you despise small beginnings? Do you honor the seed? Because this page says, if you can steward what looks small, you prove yourself worthy of what will be great. So think about that. Think about this Page of Pentacles card as you reflect over your past week or this week. Some of y'all will be given something this week, you know. So, excuse me. Reflect right now, though. Ask yourself these questions. What has been handed to me this week? What seed have I been overlooking? What am I being called to study or commit to like a student. I'm going to say that one again. What am I being called to study? Because some of y'all has been getting an unction to just pick up a book. I'm here reading Rainbow, LeVar. Some of y'all want to know more. Again, what am I being called to study or commit to like a student? Okay, next card, because I don't want the video to be long. It ain't ready yet, is it, Joshua? Huh? It's not ready yet. Okay, so card 2. Sorry about that. This is the King of Cups. So now we move into the King of Cups, right? Look at him. Look at him carefully. His throne is cement. It's solid, unmoving. But that cement throne is floating on the water. He is firm. And yet he drifts with the currents. So right here, Saturn prophetically, okay, Saturn is showing us emotional mastery. The King of Cups teaches you can't control the ocean, but you can control your seat. All right? So notice his hand. One cup pours back into the sea. He's not hoarding water. He understands the cycle. What flows out returns in its season. Behind him, ships rises and fall on the waves, right? The ships are rising. It's like it, going up and down, but and they're falling on the waves. This is what it looks like. Again, I'll put the picture. I use this picture as a thumbnail or, something. It's gonna be visible where you can see it. So, life is moving. That's what the ships represent to me. This is life. Circumstances shifting. There's a fish diving back down in the depths of the sea. So this is saying what is not yours will always return to source. So that right there lets me know not to hold on too tight to nothing. Because, you got a lot of people that love to try to control a narrative. Or, because, a lot of people feel like life is theirs, in which it is. Excuse me. I'm drinking this Coke because I need the burp. But I apologize for those who are highly offended of a woman burping. But anyway. I forgot what I was saying. I was saying how some people like to control a narrative of situations that includes more characters outside of them. And see, to me, that's what I call toxic, because the only narrative that you can control is you and your life story. And what you say, what you do, how you do, when you do, what you do, right? But trying to control the way other people do what they do when they witness you doing is manipulative and borderline narc. If you ask me, control freak, control tactics, gaslighting. I mean, it just opened doors for a lot of things. Yeah, this is what this is what I see when I look at this fish. So I said all that to say this. What doesn't belong to you, just let it go. Don't try to fight it. Don't stand in desperation, trying to hold on tight to something because you can be needy or you feel like you need something. Because if something wants to slip away, fall away, leave you, or whatever, let it. It's your job to stand in the King of Cups energy and flow with the currents of life. Because life is still moving. I just heard, bitches, they come, they go. Who is that? Saturdays through Sunday, Monday. Who is that? Eminem. Things come and go. So his king warns us against emotional leakage. Many of us are so busy carrying other people's storms that we're losing our cement foundation. Okay, that's another way to look at this. So Saturn asks, where are you pouring too much of yourself? Come on, some of y'all can have Cancer in the 6th house. Because when you got Cancer in the 6th house, that house really belongs to a Virgo. Cancer is there. Oh, you an overgiver for sure. Yep. But ask yourself, where are you leaking energy? Because at some point, you're going to be empty. Because you keep giving, and nobody's filling up your cup. And see, the very people you're giving to, you're expecting them to do things in return because it's about equal give and take, right? So it's supposed to be. Your cement is your obedience. Your stability is your discipline. Your legacy is your calm authority. So reflect. Am I sitting firmly? Or am I drowning in other people's tides? Or reverse it. Are other people drowning in my tides? Okay. What needs to be poured back into the ocean today? How can I stand as calm authority instead of chaotic emotion? Let's move on. That was the King of Cups. Card 3, the Fool. And then Saturn shows us the Fool. Many say the fool leaps blindly. But look closer here. His hand is still clinging to the cliff. What a cliff. He has one foot off, the flower in his hand, the dog barking at his heels. He has let go, but he is still holding on. Prophetically, this is speaking to transition. Some of you are in that in-between space, not in the old, not yet in the new, okay? And Saturn says, don't confuse hesitation with failure, okay? The Fool here is a witness. He reminds us that release is a process. It takes courage to loosen your grip. And when you finally let go, the same earth that tested you will carry you. So the cliff is not punishment. It is witness. It testifies that you stood, you wrestled, and you finally trusted. So ask yourself, what cliff am I still gripping? Where am I halfway between old order and new freedom? What leap is Saturn preparing for me? The page says you've been given a seed and you need to steward it. The King says master your emotions, sit steady in the tides. The Fool says prepare to leap, even if your hand is still holding on. This is Saturn's covenant. Discipline opens freedom. Structure protects your leap. Order unlocks your new beginning. So the prophetic message today is this. Receive the treasure, guard it with maturity, and release when it's time. What is law for you cannot be lost. What is law for you cannot be lost. What is sown in covenant will return in legacy. I'm going to say it again. What is sown in covenant will return in legacy. Okay? So speak this with me. Let's seal this with a decree 3 times, okay? I receive the treasure. I master the tides. I prepare to leap. My covenant is sealed. My legacy will last. I receive the treasure. I master the tides. I prepare to leap. My covenant is sealed. My legacy will last. I receive the treasure. I master the tides. I prepare to leap. My covenant is sealed. My legacy will last. Saturn, ancient steward, marks us with permanence. Anchor our hands to discipline, our hearts to calm authority, and our feet to fearless trust. I say, Amen. So, I want to encourage you guys to write one law, but that you will live by this week. Take a coin and place it on your altar and declare it a covenant seed, okay? But I want to encourage you to just write one law that you're going to be dedicated to, that you can commit to, and place it underneath that coin. Okay? And let me know what challenges come your way that you've overcome, what you found hard to overcome, because something's going to be revealed to you. Okay? So, let me see. Let's pull some other cards, and then I'm going to close this out. My daughter's just so tickled back there. I don't know if y'all hear her with all that kiki and ha and that October London is in my head, y'all. I just been hearing that song over and over again. I really couldn't even tell you the name of it right now. Where's the date? I know he says fire, desire. Okay, I'm gonna do a Starseed Oracle card. Let's see. Is that you, Joshua?
That's good.
Okay. I'm gonna take the top card. Lifting the veil, lifting the veil. Questioning everything. Everything unaligned must go. Let's see. There we go. Lifting the veil. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Let me repeat that. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. And see, that's why I had y'all repeat that 3 times, that decree. Because 3 represents harmony. But anyway, this goes for society and the world at large as well as in our own lives. Josh, you done? This goes for society and the world at large as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be vibrational. Okay, high vibrational. It may no longer be a vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. To dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others but no longer do. Some star seeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and the unseen world. To shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth. To stand for and protect those who don't have a voice. To look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some star seeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the Creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. So, soul inquiry. What isn't congruent in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? All right, you guys. All right, family. We've walked with Saturn through these 3 images today. The page who receives the seed, the king who masters the tides, and the fool who prepares to leap. This is the covenant of Saturn. What is entrusted must be honored. What is mastered must be released. What is released will be carried into legacy. So today, I charge you, name your seed, guard your emotions, and prepare for your leap. This is not about perfection, it's about permanence. Discipline is not punishment, it is protection. Structure is not prison, it is freedom. So now let us seal this together. Place your hand over your heart and speak with me. I receive the treasure. I master the tides. I prepare to leap. My covenant is sealed. My legacy will last. So again, like I said earlier, Saturn, ancient steward, marked us with permanence. Anchor our hands to discipline. Our hearts to calm authority. And our feet to fearless trust. May the work of this week be lawful, lasting, and liberating. And the covenant shall stand. So let it be. Amen. I say. I am Unconventional Jack, and this is your Saturn Saturday message.